Makingascene.org brings you Phase Issues Explained, Why Your Mix Sounds Thin. You are in your home studio. You have a quality microphone. The performance you just tracked is flawless. You check your screen, the meters are completely healthy, and absolutely nothing is clipping. But then you push the tracks together, and the entire recording suddenly shrinks. The drums lose their punch. The bass guitar feels weak, even though the waveform looks huge on the screen. The whole mix simply sounds strangely hollow. It is easy to start pointing fingers. You blame the room's acoustics. You blame your expensive preamp. You start aggressively boosting the EQ, or assume a plugin is broken. Most of the time, the real problem is entirely invisible. You are dealing with phase cancellation. For an independent artist, a weak mix creates a serious business liability. Your recording is your introduction. If a song lacks low-end impact or clarity, that sonic weakness translates directly to the listener. Playlisters, venue buyers, and fans will pass on the track before they ever have a chance to evaluate the songwriting. Audio works by moving air. A microphone captures changes in air pressure that rise, fall, and repeat over time, turning those physical movements into the electrical waves you see on your screen. Look at this animated diagram. It shows what happens when two identical sound waves rise and fall in perfect synchronization. Because their peaks and valleys align, they support each other. The combined wave becomes significantly larger, creating a stronger sound. We call this a 0-degree phase relationship. But watch what happens as the diagram sustains and the top waveform shifts slightly out of sync. Now, the peak of one wave aligns perfectly with the trough of the other. The two signals are fighting. The air pressure pushing up is instantly canceled by the air pressure pulling down, resulting in a flattened output that weakens or entirely erases the sound. People often confuse phase with polarity, but they are distinct concepts. Polarity simply flips a wave upside down, turning positive pressure into negative. Phase, however, is a measurement of time. It refers to the tiny delays that happen when one signal arrives slightly later than another. In the studio, phase issues typically occur when you place two microphones on the same acoustic instrument. Because sound takes time to travel through the air, a microphone placed directly in front of an acoustic guitar will capture the sound milliseconds before a second microphone placed a few feet away. When those two staggered signals combine in your software, some frequencies reinforce while others aggressively cancel out. This specific pattern of acoustic damage is called comb filtering. To avoid it, audio engineers use guidelines like the 3-to-1 rule, ensuring that if one mic is 1 foot from the source, the second mic is placed at least 3 feet away. Sound waves move fast. Neglecting even tiny fractions of a millisecond of physical distance between your microphones directly translates into missing frequencies and a profound loss of sonic power. You do not need physical microphones to create phase problems. These timing conflicts can be manufactured entirely inside your recording software. A common trap is trying to force a massive sound by duplicating identical tracks, applying aggressive stereo widening plugins, or heavily using pitch modulation. This creates what engineers call fake width. The danger extends to layering digital samples. If you layer a synthetic kick drum under a live drum recording, their waveforms have to match. If the sample's low-end wave pushes down exactly when the live kick pushes up, the combined impact of the drum hit is destroyed. This is the core deception of digital phase problems. Manufacturing fake width creates an illusion of exciting power when you listen in stereo headphones. But the moment that track plays on a standard mono speaker, the conflicting frequencies cancel out, and your massive mix completely disappears. To expose these hidden cancellations, your most powerful diagnostic tool is the mono button. Checking your mix in mono guarantees it will survive on real-world systems, like smart speakers, phones, and club PA systems that sum stereo channels together into one source. When you collapse the track to mono, listen closely to how the individual elements behave. Check if the wide guitars suddenly vanish. Notice if the bass level sharply drops, or if the reverb abruptly turns cloudy and unfocused. The fastest way to start fixing a weak relationship is the polarity flip. Select one of the conflicting tracks, Click the polarity invert button to turn the waveform upside down and listen to see if the combined sound gets instantly stronger. If a polarity flip doesn't fix it, look at this visual representation of a technique called nudging. Here we see two digital audio tracks, like a bass DI and an amplifier mic, with sharp transient spikes that are slightly misaligned in time. By manually grabbing the later track and sliding it to the left until the two spikes lock into perfect vertical alignment, you physically sync the low frequencies back together. Sometimes the hardest and least glamorous fix is simple subtraction. If a second-room mic or a layered snare sample is constantly fighting your main signal, you just mute it. Knowing what to ruthlessly remove from a mix is often much more vital to protecting the core emotional impact of a song than knowing what extra elements to add. Today, there are modern AI and automatic alignment tools designed to analyze timing differences and fix phase relationships across multiple tracks with a single click. But while these algorithms can speed up the workflow, you must never mix solely with visual meters. A tool might align the audio perfectly on a grid, but ruin the natural swing of a performance. The human ear must always remain the final judge of the groove. Diagnosing and fixing phase is an essential act of artist ownership. It ensures your final product matches your creative intent, protecting the sound you spent so much time crafting. Make sure you check out the other great articles and resources on makingascene.org, the place the indie artist goes to build the new music industry. Mastering these invisible technical fundamentals transforms an independent artist from a hobbyist waiting for permission into a self-reliant professional building a lasting career.